A businessman who's owed over £400,000 for work carried out at the troubled Dreamland theme park in Margate says that the debt has left him fearing for his livelihood. As we reported last night, the park's operators now owe creditors a total of almost £3 million.
Well, tonight some people are blaming Thanet District Council for the problems there, and one local MP says he's called on the government to intervene to ensure that the council is properly run. Our reporter Fiona Irving is live at Dreamland for us now. A huge amount of concern about this situation, Fiona.
Polly, yes, there is a lot of concern about the amount of debt that Sand Heritage, the company who runs the amusement park, are in. MPs are concerned, councillors are concerned, and creditors are especially concerned. And people are getting quite vocal now about where it's all gone wrong. And many are placing the blame squarely at Thanet District Council's door.
3, 2, 1.
Millions of pounds of public funds have gone into making this dream a reality. Sand Heritage, the company who run the amusement park, are in almost £3 million worth of debt. One creditor who's owed more than £400,000 of that isn't, though, blaming the company.
I don't hold the operator at all responsible for this current situation. I completely hold the council to blame. Not supplying Scenic on time has had a huge effect. It's made business numbers next to nothing compared to what they should have been. I'm a small local business who put our heart and soul into this, and the council just treat us like we're nothing, basically.
Thanet District Council has been accused of failing to deliver on promises, like hiring in rides, which meant some elements weren't ready for the summer season, and that exacerbated the cash flow problems. But for the local MP, no more public money should go into Dreamland.
It's a standalone entity. It has to stand on its own 2 feet. It can't keep asking for local government or any other type of bailouts.
Thanet District Council is now facing criticism from within. One councillor told me today those in charge at the council just don't have the experience of running such a large project.
They're just ordinary retired people like the voters, and they find it difficult to oversee everything on these sort of projects.
So has this been mismanaged by Thanet District Council?
To a certain extent, it's been mismanaged, yes.
This is just the first of 4 phases planned for Dreamland. It's a huge regeneration project for Margate.
Opening any new business is tough. You don't know what's going to work, what's going to be well received. There isn't a sort of blueprint as to how to run something like this.
Thanet District Council have been very brave in what they've done, and they should be commended in that. Anything that is so pioneering as this is going to have problems, it's going to have issues.
So brave or inexperienced, dream or nightmare, creditors will meet on the 23rd of December to decide whether they're going to accept the terms of the voluntary arrangement. Well, this is a matter, Thanet District Council say this is a matter for Sand Heritage and not for them, and they say that they haven't breached any of their contracts. But this is serious. If Sand Heritage fail to meet the payments set out in their voluntary agreement, they could be forced into liquidation or administration.
Thanks, Fiona. Well, as we say, this is the latest criticism aimed at Thanet District Council, which has been at the centre of a string of controversies over recent years. Last May, the then Labour-led council was told by the local government association it must rebuild its reputation after a number of corruption scandals.
Then this May, UKIP took control of Thanet, their first local authority in the country, after pledging to back the compulsory purchase of Manston Airport. That hasn't happened and the airport remains closed. Now local MP Sir Roger Gale is calling for the government to step in and appoint administrators to take over the running of the council. Well, our political editor Louise Stewart joins me here in the studio. Louise, how unusual is it for an MP to ask ministers to get involved in this way?
Well, it's fairly unusual for that to happen, for there to be intervention. It's only happened twice in 5 years, Rob, and that was in Rotherham and Tower Hamlets. And in both cases, after government inspections, they were found to have serious failings, these local authorities. But Sir Roger Gale says he's so concerned about what's going on at Thanet District Council. He's raised those concerns with the Tunbridge Wells MP, who also happens to be the Community Secretary, Greg Clark. He's handed him a dossier with issues over over the compulsory purchase order for Manston and also concerns over Dreamland, and he wants him to determine really whether the council is competent and capable of carrying on running its own affairs or whether troubleshooters should be brought in. I spoke to the government tonight. It said it's looking at this case and will respond as soon as possible.
OK, Louise, thank you.